So this. All right, cool. So I was gonna show you guys some specifics on emailing people, prepping for graduation, bringing a friend, things like that. Right?
Excellent.
Okay. So let me share my screen here.
Had some crazy results with the mic drop too yesterday.
Yeah, I think we'll go over that too, because that's that's important.
Yes.
Let me log in here. Let me. So I guess let's start with this graduation. I think so. One of the easiest ways to help people. So like, if you want somebody to invite their friends, and you don't make it ultra easy, they're not gonna do it. Like, they're not going to. They're only going to jump over so many hurdles to bring you new students, right? So like, the easier we can make it, the simpler we can make it, especially simple. It doesn't even necessarily have to be easy, but it has to be simple. The more likely we are to get results there. So if you look at any of these URLs, so any of my profit generators here, so let's just say fall break camp is coming up. Let's imagine that this profit generator was a oh well, this is not going to do it. Child, hang on. There we go. So let's imagine that this profit generator was you signing up for an event, whether it be graduation or whether it be a parents' night out or whatever. Prior to me using Rainmaker, I always had the challenge of like, how do I get the kid's name and information prior to them arriving? So like, it's not convenient for little Johnny Bluebelt, who loves karate and is definitely going to come to the parents' night out. Let's just imagine it's a parents' night out, whether it's a graduation, we're trying to invite. I know that your point, Master Silva, was to invite people to graduation, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So regardless of what the event is, like, little Johnny Karate is going to bring little Billy hasn't started karate yet. It's unlikely that we're going to have the entire other family arrive as well. And we want that to happen for graduation, and we'd love for that to happen. But it's going to be easier for us to allow them to use this little click here to sign up a friend thing. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
It's just an easy drop down on the profit generator, and they can literally put the name in there, mobile, email. That way you have that information ahead of time. So you can say something like VIP guest pass. Moms, I need you to fill in that click here to sign up a friend. And even if you have 3 people out of your 50 that are testing do it, that's great, right? It's better than 0. So I think that's the easiest way, rather than using a slip of paper or something like that. Or the kids showing up, they have a great time, they think, wow, karate is amazing, and then they leave with the other family and you never had the chance. The middle of testing is hard to get those things, or whether it's the middle of testing, middle of parents' night out, middle of anything, it's going to be challenging for you to get all those things done. You're worried about the testers having an amazing experience. And I know that I am guilty of it, saying, I'll deal with that in just a second. Yeah. And then it doesn't happen. So that little sign up, click here to sign up a friend, is a really easy, simple way for them to do that.
So you're saying that you just put something out that says register here for our parents' night out, the kids register it, and then they just click on sign up a friend.
Right. So like if we're just using parents night out as an example, this like any of these profit generators. So that I use my 2-week trial offer, for example. This would be like, hey, here's your parents' night out sign up. And instead of it saying 2-week trial offer, it would say parents' night out sign up. Because I use profit generators to organize all of my internal events. So like, I don't use a clipboard on the front counter anymore at all. people know it's the culture, right? Like people are looking for the links. If I forget to send a link out, I'll immediately get an email from a parent. Hey, I didn't get the link to the day camp. I didn't get the link to the special event. They know to fill this out. And then when you're using these, what's even simpler or what's even better is that, like, you see that I filled in my email address. It's going to drop down and say, hey, is this you? Or is this you? Or is this you? That way they're not having multiple accounts being made. So once parents do a couple of events with you, which how many events do people do by the time they get to black belt? They should have done a whole ton of events with you. By the time they're like a green belt, they should be a pretty experienced event goer at your place. So they're going to know, I sign up for the board breaking. I'm looking for the link in my email to sign up for a board breaking. I'm looking for the link in my email to sign up for the mom's night out, parents night out. And then right here, I can also click here to sign up a friend. You can give them, hey, moms and dads, if you fill out this click here to sign up a friend, you know, I'm gonna give you the parents night out for $0. Whatever. You know, it's $20 unless you bring a friend, and then it's $0. So, but no parent will do that. My wife will not save $20 to go through a hassle. She'll pay $20 to not go through a hassle. So this is not a hassle. She has her phone. She can look up the person's information, and she trusts, like, your parents should trust you not to hound them and like send them a whole bunch of crap marketing, but to start building a relationship instead, you know? So that, and you could even text them, hey, like an example, if you're worried about, well, how do I communicate with this family who didn't come to the parents' night out, because that's the whole point, is for them to bring a friend. How do I get them to have a special offer or something like that? You could literally text them, Johnny has been received at Motion Tulsa for the parents' night out. If you have any questions, call this number, right? And then after that, you can send a follow-up email. Hope you got our safety text. One of the things we sent home with Johnny was a special coupon. Did you have any questions about that special coupon? Then you can follow up, hey, hoping Johnny had a great time. He said he loved learning how to do the board breaking. Did you have any questions for us? And you can follow up and get them scheduled for an intro there. So that's, I think, the best way to do that is use that click here to sign up a friend.
So you can even do this if you're doing a VIP contest.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're doing some type of price. People could just give you the referrals through this instead of just signing up a friend. So you could just title that referral contest entry.
Exactly.
That'd be awesome.
Exactly. Yeah. So and that makes it super simple. You got their name attached to their referral entry, and maybe even make them fill it out multiple times. So the more times they enter, the more likely they are to win, or whatever it is, whatever the incentive is there. So, but if you're sending out emails in order to get people to attend whatever this event is, specifically if it's graduation, because we're talking about trying to get former members to come back to the graduation. Like, hey, don't you remember how amazing graduations were? And your graduations are not you walking around like the bad guy from Karate Kid, calling out numbers, being, you know what I mean? Like, make it at a family event. Make it, why is there a face painter in the back? Right? Is there a balloon artist out front? Making it a pretty special event that former members can come back, even with no pressure to enroll. Like, I know that I have people who can't make the adult kickboxing classes anymore. Their work schedule changed. They just want a reason to show up and feel like they're still part of the team, you know? And if I give them that reason and they show up multiple times, when their work schedule changes, you better believe they're going to be back in here, as opposed to they haven't had any contact with us for 2 years and they're not even sure if the class still exists, and their work schedule changed, and so they go look for the other gym instead of my kickboxing class or whatever. When you're sending these campaigns, it really is super simple to separate these out. I really don't think you should send the same content and information. You should not be sending, hey, we have graduation coming up. Here are the things you need to bring. Make sure you're in your full gi. Make sure you arrive 15 minutes before. Here's the link to sign up for graduation. Make sure your intent to promote form is signed, et cetera, et cetera. That shouldn't be going out to prospects. That shouldn't be going out to former members. You should have 3 distinct messages. A message for former members, we miss you. We love you. No reason for you to have to feel like you're pressured to sign back up, but we're gonna have free snow cones at the next graduation, and we love for you. Everyone would be so happy to see your face again. Wouldn't you like to be there? Special invitation for you. And then for prospects, ever see a ninja demonstration? Have you ever seen 50 kids break a board all at once? Wouldn't you like to see something like that? I know you're interested in martial arts. No pressure to sign up, but we'd love for you to be our special guest at that event. And then for members, of course, much more informative. Here's the event. Here's what you need. Make sure you're wearing your gi. No, you can't wear the Old Navy T-shirt, et cetera, et cetera. But we're talking about simple, and Rainmaker, in my opinion, makes it super simple. I literally can send this out to prospects. So if I send this out to prospects and it's ever seen a ninja demonstration, and then I'll just leave test, whatever you want that to say there. I'm not going to send this email, but I'm going to show you guys. Rainmaker will show you exactly how many prospects this is going to go to. So this is going to go out to 4,389 prospects there's currently in my Rainmaker account. So that's how many people are going to get that email. Can I get 1% of those people to show up? If my email copy is good, maybe I can I get 1% of them to be interested in it? And can I invite them every time I have a graduation? Hey, notice you didn't come to the last graduation. We had snow cones, you missed out, but we got a face painter this time, right? So that's really simple and a really easy way to categorize. And I know we had some questions on your group, Grandmaster Silva, about former members. Former members can be emailed. I think that the challenge there, and I forgot to email Adam back, the challenge there was former members by time that they actually quit. So this would be that's not currently possible with this particular email system, but you are able to export people and then list them by the time that they quit, if that's something that you'd like to do. So I'd say we missed you. Party for you only. And then this is going to go out to 1,253 people who have come through my doors since I've had Rainmaker, since I've been using Rainmaker. So super simple to send that. And you can schedule these as well. Just FYI, you don't have to create this and send it the moment that you want it to be sent. If I know that I have a graduation that's coming up on Saturday the 29th. I don't want this to go out on Friday the 28th. They've already got plans for Saturday. I probably want it to go out on Monday, and then I want a reminder to go out on Wednesday, and then I want a separate thing that's going to say, hey, special event is tomorrow. Can't wait to see you there. And then you're going to want to schedule something that says, I've already had like 3 people say they're going to be there. Are you going to be number 4? Even if 3 people haven't. Let's just hope that 3 people are going to. So I can schedule this to go out on Monday at 6 a.m., and then I don't have to babysit it. It's just done. The last way, and then the last segment of people that you're going to send this out to are actual members themselves. Actual members themselves. So wear your damn gi. Of course, you're not going to say that. I'm just joking. Just people that don't know me, I'm not really going to say that. I'm just joking. And this is going to go out to 210 active people that are on my list, right? So, however you segment that out, and if you're concerned, let's say that let's say that you are sending that out to members. Maybe you only want that going out to your people who are actively enrolled in martial arts. I don't want to annoy, hang on a second. I always accidentally have the phones on my desk. I don't even answer the phones. I only want this going out to martial arts kids. I don't want my parkour kids to see wear your gi. I want them to see, wear your bands or wear your shirt or whatever. I have a tendency to put these things in a regular Monday email so that they're used to reading it. And they're used to looking for it. And then when I have a parent that says, I didn't hear anything about graduation, I'm like, oh, you're not getting the regular Monday emails? And every once in a while I have somebody that either says no, and then we look up and they gave us the wrong email address, or they say, oh, I purposefully don't read those. Okay, well, we announced it in class. We emailed you. We texted you. We sent a carrier pigeon, and our assistant instructor knocked on your door. There's nothing else we can do. But so those are the 3 different ways that you can utilize, like Master Silva talking about, making your graduation something that's bringing in students, reactivating former people, and just putting goodwill out into your little tribe, instead of just saying, now everybody's got a green belt.
Since you teased this a little, that you do a Monday email, can you just give us real quick on what you include in that?
Let me see if I've got my template. Here, let's search my email. Hang on. Do what?
Get 23,000 emails.
In that inbox. In that inbox. I got, I don't know if you can see my my phone, but something happened, and so it said 90,000, and now it's 44,000 unread emails. I don't even know how it's happened. I'm in over my head, and there's no rehab. So this week's important. I title it "This Week's Important Stuff." My email's been doing some weird things. Here it is. So this is how I do my Monday emails. Right away at the very, so it's called This Week's Important. This is not, I think this was an example. It's called This Week's Important Stuff is the message, and then it has the Monday, it says week of, and then, so it'd be like week of, and it says 9, what was Monday? 9/17. This Week's Important Stuff, week of 9/17. And people are looking for that email. Whether, let's say, for example, my kickboxing girl, Crystal, can't teach on Wednesday, and I'm filling in, or there's a schedule change, or there's updates. And for a while I thought, well, there's just not that much to talk about. And then I realized actually there's constantly stuff going on. So putting it in a succinct 4 emails a month or 5 emails a month every Monday is super helpful. The thing that I found that I think is the most helpful is putting immediately in this email, open house recap, new karate times, fall break camp, kickboxing instructor schedule. If I'm a boot camp lady, I don't see anything about boot camp there, I can move on, right? I don't need to read about new karate times. If I'm a karate mom and I see new karate times, I better read that. I see nothing. So like, for example, I see nothing about boot camp. I see nothing about strength, and I see nothing about parkour in that particular email. So those people in those 3 programs don't even have to worry about it. If I'm an after school mom, I don't have to worry about it. And then here we go, open house recap, new karate times, fall break camp. And so like, for example, you see we have a link. People are looking for those links. So it says fall break camp. Is this an old one? September 11th, 2017. That's why it doesn't have a date on it. I must not have been doing dates at that point. So something is wrong with my email because it only found 1 of these, but we send them out every week. Yeah. What else do you think is valuable to go through with these guys before I show our mic drop results?
No, I think that's great. That's exactly what I was hoping for. So you can go on to mic drop. Yeah, so I feel like we haven't done a whole lot of a super heavy promotion on it, but it's a program that Scott Gala from Rainmaker had in his mind for a long time. We spent a long time creating the ideas and making sure that it would work. And like earlier when I said easy versus simple, like I try to describe to my karate kids, like, okay, so I want you to jump and sidekick, but I want you to hit the rafter. Well, that's a simple instruction. Jump, sidekick. Is kicking the rafter, is it easy? No, it's not easy, but it's simple. So we try to make the mic drop program as simple as possible.
The content is already done for you. So you thinking about, is this easy to create? No, we already did all of that for you. We already did all of the hard work, everything. All you have to do is literally copy and paste. It is simple. And if that is too hard, I think for an extra $100, we'll install the entire campaign into your Rainmaker system. So Mic Drop this is the back end here. Mic Drop is an email system where we show you, or we give you done for you email. So like I click download now, email 1, email 2, email 3, all the way through. It's taking a while to load. Sorry. You literally copy and paste. In signature, you put your name, and then you put it in your Rainmaker system, just like I just showed you. And it's different campaigns for different things. So I can't tell you what the campaigns are if you're not part of the group, but I can tell you that the first campaign of Mic Drop that I've even run, even though I'm like involved in the project, was my former member campaign. And I have not promoted to former members in a long time. So it was really an untapped resource for me. So it was obvious as I was uploading this content. It's not just me that created it. It's me, a professional copywriter. Scott was heavily involved. Like we're all working on it. I decided I need to put this campaign in. I literally copy and pasted. I put my name down there. And it was not my voice, right? So like my wife even said, those emails you've been sending are annoying and aggressive. And I'm like, yeah, for her, because she's not a former member. But look at the results that I got. Don't worry. So I've got 11 people that have re-signed up of my former members, and it's only been going for 24 hours, right? Don't worry about the tone. Don't worry about this doesn't fit with my school's culture. We hear so much about culture and service, and those things are important, but there are certain triggers that a professional copywriter is going to be able to hit. When we're talking about former members, there's the connection to your school. There's the connection to you personally. There's the connection to the results that they receive. So there's these different points that professional copywriter is going to be able to trigger to make them come back. And the number one thing is get them back on your floor, right? They want to come back. These 11 people don't hate me, whoever these people are. They were excited.
You got 11. 11 means that people left you and they didn't harbor hard feelings. So that'd be another subject to go over, how you do exiting. But I was really impressed. 11 people is phenomenal.
Yeah, and it's going to run through – today's Wednesday. It's going to run through Friday, The one thing that I changed is in the email copy, it says there's only 27 spaces. And one of the things that I like to do is I like to sell out rather than have space left. So I changed it to 17. And I'm irritated that I did that now because we would have made it to 27. We'll definitely make it to 17. One of my favorite things ever is somebody clicks on something and it says what it did here. Sorry, we are sold out of this. I love for people to see that because then the next time they get an email from me, they're going to know that I'm not lying. There's no false scarcity. I wish I'd left it at 27 because I think we would have sold out of 27 as well. And these are real memberships. So this is not a trial. They paid $1 for their first month, but they are scheduling $129 payments right afterwards. Like I had a lady call just this morning that said, hey, I'm about to sign up, but I just needed to make sure you still have childcare. Yes. Okay, great. I don't even remember why she canceled. Who knows? Who cares? She's just, she's in here. So that's Mic Drop. If you are interested in using Mic Drop Easy, it's called Mic Drop Easy Email Profits, different campaigns for prospects, for former members, for current members, for cash searches, for merchandise, different specific targeted campaigns. Message me, give me your Rainmaker School ID. If you're not a Rainmaker, message me anyway, because I think we're about to have a promotion on it, especially based on, some results that I got. It's easy for me to convince Scott to say, hey, let's have a promotion on this because look at the results that I got. We'll get some results for other people. This is not a program for people that overthink things. This is a program for people that are ready to literally copy, literally paste, hit send, and then be done.
And there's no cost if you're paying Rainmaker client.
If you are a paying Rainmaker client, it is free. We have to verify. So you send me basically your Rainmaker School ID. I verify that you are up-to-date paying client. And then Profit Stream, which is a payment processor, literally sponsors the monthly cost of the mic drop campaign. So it's a new campaign. Every 30 days, we drop a new campaign for you in your members area. Pretty cool.
It's excellent.
Yep. So just the easiest way, and you can get in your Rainmaker tab right here and click Need Help and ask them, how do I get started with mic drop? But then what they're going to do is they're going to go, here's William's email, because I have to verify your Rainmaker ID. They're not allowed to do that. So I'll do that, and then we'll
what's your email address?
Don't email me.
Okay.
You saw what my email was like? Don't email me. Send me a Facebook message. I'll respond to that right away. Facebook me. You can email me, william@admembers.com or william@motiontulsa.com, but don't be mad when you end up as one of those people, 44,000.
You get a call back.
Right. So, but yeah, it really is that simple. Our first campaign, I think, one person got something like 60 prospects to take advantage of a trial offer. And he's a school of 75 members. So he was like, I think he messaged me and said something like, Mama wants a new washer and dryer, so we get to go shopping now, So it's cool. It's cool stuff. That makes a big difference. 10 new prospects makes a big difference.
What do you have planned for tomorrow for your workshop?
We're going to go through electronic waivers, signatures, documents, using Rainmaker to make that a lot easier. That was a really triggering post. A lot of people were like, no, you have to have a hard copy. I can't tell you how many times I've lost people, specifically belt graduation forms. How long am I supposed to keep that kid's belt graduation form? If I've got just easy math, 100 people testing, even 100 people testing, once a year, even if it's once a year and you're crazy old school, well, 10 years, I'm supposed to keep 1,000 pieces of paper, because you know what's going to happen. You're going to reactivate them with the mic drop campaign. They're going to be, I'm so excited to come back. Now, I was a red belt or was I a blue belt? And you're going to be like, I don't have your form. And then you're going to look like dumb because you don't still have your form, but you choose not to keep these stacks of paper. Rainmaker really will help you automate membership agreements, put them in the cloud, online waivers, signatures. You can still print these things out if you like that, but it's 2018. People want to pull their phone up. They want to call an Uber. They want to DoorDash. I won't order food anymore. There's only one place that I will order food from in Tulsa that is not on DoorDash, and it's called Elote. It's like this little tiny little hole-in-the-wall Mexican place that only uses local organic, blah, blah, blah stuff. And so, of course, they're not on DoorDash because hipsters aren't on DoorDash, right? So I will drive downtown to get that. Everything else has to be delivered, But then you've got this crappy clipboard with, membership agreements. It just doesn't vibe with this modern look that a lot of people are trying to put on. We got slick-looking polos. We've got pressed, clean Ds, and we've got photocopied 50 times membership waivers. So I'm going to help people get into the 21st century using Rainmaker specifically, but hopefully any CRM will do it. If you are not a Rainmaker user, I may not be able to specifically help you, but we can go through the concepts.
Good stuff, sir. I really want to thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Anyone have any questions?
All right. That'll be on tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central. If you're not on my email list, you may not have gotten a notification, but you can look on my personal profile, and there's a little thing with a stack of paper with a red cross through it. So check that out.
Rainmaker's Business Solutions also.
Cool. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Awesome.